Hi there. Now in this clip we're going to look at how we use the movement of our body to generate power through torque to control the head of our opponent. Now this is for a self-defense situation. You can also use it in sport as well, of course, and you can use it for many things, and in this particular clip we're going to show you for striking. Okay, but it can be used for any sort of entry, exit and whatever follow you want to do. So let's have a look at the clip now.
Okay, now we're going to look at an entry for strikes to the head. So we're going to take it off of that split again. We're in here. So we've got the split and we've got the strike in here, and we're keeping this covered. Now from here, right, if you torque properly, again, look at this back leg. You see the heel's up. One of your feet should always have the heel off the floor. Always. So from here, I've got the split. I've done the head strike, whatever it may be, or maybe it's not. But now I want to control that head. Now what a lot of people do is they reach up, and you see this all the time, and they grab the head to control it, which is fine. It works, not disputing that. And then they move their body around to get to a position where they can hit, which again is okay if you're really fast, really good, really strong, really big, and the other guy doesn't move too much. Because when I grab him like this and I move to hit, he will probably just hit me or move, all right? Because people tend to do that. And if you're never sure if people are going to do it, just do some boxing sparring and grab somebody around the back of the head and see what happens. Do it with a good boxer and see if you get hit or not. Pretty sure you will, right? So what we need to do once we've split here is we need to make this difficult for him to come back at you. We've guided this a little bit. We're going to let go of it in a sec anyway, it doesn't matter. But we're going to come up here to start to control the head. Now, we can still do this grab. I'll show it on the shoulder, but it should be a hit. So that when you're in here, it's here, boom, and a hit. Now, if they're still standing there rather than moving forward a bit, which is what they probably would do if you've hit them properly and you stay on them, right, you've got more strikes in here. But let's assume for 1 minute, just for this moment, that your main power, for whatever reason, is over there, because that's where you like to punch. You don't feel comfortable punching this way, you only feel comfortable punching that way. Just as an example. Of course, if it's there, you should just hit it, right? But we're going to assume that you need to move it. So you've done this bit. It's this torque again, here. Moving the head. Oh, sorry. You want to move the head to the side. Sorry, I won't torque it as much. You're going to move the head to the side, ready for your strike. Pop. All right? So you're in here, you're going to split the guy. Boom, boom. Off to the side. Boom. And through. Right? Now, it's difficult for you to get an idea of what the torque bit does, but you can feel what it's doing. We do it without the torque. It's in, strike, turn it off, keep on it, whoa, right the way through. Right? Still ready to go if that misses. And again, it's this torque bit. I can't stress enough how important it is. I see this all the time. People grab, just be strong, right? Be strong, don't let me move you. And this is the sort of thing that happens and you're back fighting, which will happen if you only grab. Do you mind if I just do a little, right? So when we're in here, and we're in here, it's a different feel, isn't it? Yeah? And then from there, it's like, boom, boom, and then on, okay? It's a different feel when this, yeah? So this torque and these movements, it's never a reach. I'll do slow motion now. It's never a reach. We might show this for training, teaching, demo, reach, because we're being nice to each other, and he's got to do it to me next probably when we're training. So you don't want to hit them too hard because it is their go next. And we turn off and we punch to here and everything stops. But you've got to get used to this turn off, boom, right the way through. So you get used to delivering a strike properly. It's difficult to do with locks and stuff like that. I understand that because you just break things. But you've got to get used to this whole body movement so that you're set, you're torqued, you're ready, and keeping that hand on to control. Because even if I've got blood in my eye, sweat in my eye, beer in my eyes, been poked in the eye, I know where my hand is. And if I know where my hand is, I know where his body is. So I know I can still hit. Worst case scenario, I can just punch towards my own hand and move it out of the way at the last minute, or hammer, or whatever it may be. If I know, if I'm on, if I keep that index, I know where my punch is going. Okay, it's very important that you get that principle as well. Okay. So slowly all the way through it from the other side, so you can see. You need to watch for the heels, right? So it's here, there, bang, here. Look at the heel here. Straight in, strike. Watch the transfer. There, there's the transfer. There's the strike. Okay. It's this here. It looks, I see a lot of this. And we have a saying, it might look the same, but it ain't. It looks the same, but it's a different feel. This one, you'll just, you know you can fight your way out of it every single time. But when you get in here, I won't do it properly. When you get in this, and you get in this torque, it's not so easy. And then, all right? So you've got to practice that. Next one. You've got to get to the stage where you can get this torque going. And remember, this isn't just a grab. Think of it as a huge left hook that you deliver with an open hand around the back of the head. We'll show you exactly where to go later. But boom, turn it off and get the torque going. Next one.
Right, so we've seen the clip. Now you'll see that there are a lot of things going on here. Okay, so let me explain some of those things for you. That split that we do where it moves the opponent's arms one way and the other one the other way. That's just a very simple, very quick entry that we can use for somebody if they happen to go and put their dukes up, as they say, which not many people do, but it can be used again. You could be in grappling range and one arm's here, one arm's grabbing you like this or whatever. It's the shape that matters. Yeah, you're just moving things out the way. They could have grabbed you. It could be one's grabbing you up here, another one might be having some kind of wrist control on you, whatever it may be. It's the principle of moving their limbs in opposite directions to give you this opening. So don't think it's only what you see on that clip. Obviously, we can't explain every single scenario. You've got to use a bit of the old grey matter now and again yourself. So that's that bit out of the way. So we talked about this and maybe sticking the nut on them or something like that. Yeah, that might be the end of it. You might not have the chance to stick the nut on them. Hence, we're going through this whole thing, all the different things throughout this technique, if you like. Because, you know, the first rule of self-defense is it will go wrong. All right, simple as that. So you may or may not get the nut on them. If you do, hopefully it's over at that point. If you don't, well, you're on to something else, aren't you? So also, when we showed the control of the head, now, a lot of people just reach up and grab. You see it in sports fights all the time. Anytime there's any fighting situation that allows you to grab around the head or whatever, even if it doesn't allow you to grab around the head and people grab, they reach up and grab. You see it in every single Thai boxing fight, kickboxing fight, MMA fight, you name it, a lot. They reach up and grab. People don't strike to grab. Don't know why. Because if you can reach up and grab, you can hit. So if you're going to reach up and grab, why not hit them? To me, it just makes sense that if you're going to reach and grab, you might as well hit and grab. So hence that movement where you're coming in here to slap them around the back of the neck. That could end it there and then. If you hit the right points back here, it will end it there and then. I've done people with that, which is what looks like a left hook going in, but it's just like a slappy thing to the back here. Gallbladder 20 if you want to look it up. And before you look it up, press the like and subscribe and all that sort of jazz. The like thing is the algorithm thing that the geeks tell me about, and the subscribers obviously subscribe. And then there's that thing, notification bell. Apparently I forgot to tell you about that on other videos, or I don't know. Press the like, subscribe, notify. You know what to do. Press all the stuff, right? So, and then when that striking grab takes place, if you've done it hard and fast, it could well be the end of the fight right there. If not, they will have moved, because you've slapped them across and you've moved them, you know, good old 2 or 3 feet with it if you've done it right. So you're going to have to adjust your body with it, which is why we're going through it the way we went through it on that clip. And as you sent them one way, to disorientate your opponent, you're going to ram them back the other way real hard and fast. And you saw in that clip, just doing it small, it sent Mike to the floor. Now, those of you who don't know, Mike is one tough son of a fuck. He is tough as nails, all right? Solid lump and strong as an ox, I'm telling you. And he don't just give you stuff, right? That movement there moves people off, which immediately sets up your follow-up strike. Now, here's another thing that you've got to understand. When this is being taught to you, you're being taught in stages, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So just so you understand what I mean, for example, you go 1, split, 2, nut, 3, slap, grab, 4, move off to the side, 5, turn into him, 6, wallop, big punch. Because it's taught that way for you to get the understanding of each of the individual components of what we're doing. When you do it for real, and once you've trained it, you understand that you can mix all those individual components together, and you actually do one full speed, full power. It's not 6 movements. It's just boom, boom, 1 movement. So you try to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So that it becomes a smack, round, bang, all in one go. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, robot. That's something you've really got to understand. And it's the difference between teaching, learning, training, and doing. And we can't explain this sort of stuff on every single clip. When the DVD came out a couple of years ago, we explain it before, during, and after the DVD, or many DVDs, and explain that these stages take place. And you learn them in isolation, and wallop, when you put them together, there are no stages, it's all one fluid movement. It's a bit like when you teach a roundhouse kick to beginners, or a mawashigeri, you know, knee up, turn the foot, rotate the hip, do the kick, bring it back, back down again, in stages. Nobody kicks slowly in stages, like that, it's back. But you learn those stages so you understand the individual parts of the kick. And it's the same with these techniques. You've got to understand these individual parts of the technique. Then you can put them all together and make them work. Especially when it comes to a self-defense situation. And especially you want to be able to deliver maximum power with multiple strikes off one side, other side, alternating side, loads of left hooks, whatever it may be. You've got to be able to deliver that power really short, sharp, boom. And take away that attitude of this has got to be the one, boom, and really whacking it in. That's very, very important. Anyway, I hope that's explained a little bit more detail about how you should be looking at this. Remember the like, subscribe, notification bell thing, whatever that means. All of that stuff. See you on the next one. Thank you.